Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Wednesday, June 24th. You're here with the hit list. It's Wednesday night. We have some unfamiliar faces on the cast tonight, and we have some familiar faces on the cast tonight. First off, we have Marcus back with us. Marcus, how are you tonight?
Hey, everybody. Great to be back. How are you?
Tell us what you've been up to for the past 5 months since you ever been here.
Well, you know what? I was blessed to be in Asia for a couple weeks. I went to Thailand, Phuket. Let me see. I've just been doing a lot of traveling lately. Very blessed, very thankful. My job as a real estate agent, gives me the opportunity to approve my own PTO because I'm my own boss. So, I'm going everywhere. And just enjoying the summer and just happy to be back with the family here. You guys have been watching the show. You guys have been killing it. So happy to be back.
I'm happy to have you back. Sorry,
Welcome
you guys
back.
Found a little stuff tonight. I have some stuff going on up here. I don't know exactly what it is, but we have a guest tonight. His name is Valorian. To tell you the truth, I just met him like 5 minutes ago. So Valorian, tell us a little bit about you, where you're from. Floor is open.
My name is Valorian. I was born and raised in Kalamazoo. I currently live in Detroit. Some hobbies of mine: I love making music. I love just hanging out with friends. Having a good time with people, going out. I'm really a big energy type of person, so I try to be around or attract positive energy. I'm currently a GM for a dealership, so running and managing adults/kids is what I do for my day job, and then my night job is just trying to be the best father I can be. I just had a son probably about a year and a half ago, so that's my main focus is being that role model, being that person to make the world a better place. Honestly.
That's what's up.
Black father. Okay.
Yeah.
Black excellence.
Jesus.
What's that black song that all the moms are listening to? When you're black, dun, dun, dun,
here we go. I'm glad
Marcus is back.
the past couple of weeks I've been saying we're looking for new blood. We're going to be testing some people out the next couple of weeks. So you'll be seeing some unfamiliar faces on the next couple of shows. But tonight we have Valorian, and we're happy to have him.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Of course. Before we go into the business, like I just said, we're having a casting call. If you are into pop culture, politics, you like talking kitchen table, what's going on in the world, and kitchen table talk, we'd love to have you. DM me, email me, or get a hold of Jonte, our other co-host. Slip in her DMs, and we will get you the information you need to perhaps be on the show. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So before we this is news. The world lost a giant this week, Clive Davis. He is responsible for bringing us careers such as Whitney Houston, Monica, Aretha Franklin, Janis Joplin, who else? There's a lot we could name. Chris Brown. There's a lot of them. But he has gone on to be with the ancestors. And this, I ran by this clip of Jermaine Dupri earlier I think it was yesterday I saw the clip. I want to play it, and then we'll talk about Clive Davis a little bit.
That this weekend, the BET Awards, they go back in. Y'all start tomorrow. Y'all can start tomorrow or whatever. I mean, I'm in France, so probably now. But listen, y'all go back in and y'all do something special for Clive Davis, because Clive Davis really put black music in the forefront. And he really did this shit different than any other white executive that I've ever seen. Like, he really, you had to be going to Clive Davis parties to understand what I'm saying. At the Beverly Hills Hotel, when the Grammys was in New York. Before he went to the Hilton, the Beverly Hills Hotel, Clive used to have his party there, and the soul of the party was amazing. And he really understood what black music meant to the world and what black music meant to the music business, right? That's why his party was so popping. He was a white man with a party that had all the black executives, all the black artists, all the black music wanted to be at Clive Davis' party. So I just pray that on the BET Awards, Black Music Entertainment, that we do something big for Clive as we let him rest in peace. Because we lost one of the guys. I'm talking about a guy that was the guy that other guys wanted to be like the guy.
So, from the comments I've seen on social media, it seems like people are split. Some people are like so by. Some people are, upset over this news. So, what is the collective thing, Natasha? What are you seeing out there? What are your thoughts of Clive Davis?
I've been seeing the split too. So I'm not gonna jump on the let's have a full blown tribute to Clive Davis
He killed
just
Whitney
yet.
Houston.
Okay, because allegedly, allegedly,
Right.
we gonna have to we gonna have to do some more digging because there's been a lot of scuttlebutt with Clive Davis in recent years, and a lot of people have been saying that when that man, kicked the bucket, that they gonna be rejoicing and come out with everything that's been on their chest. A lot of people believe that he is responsible for the monster that Diddy allegedly is now. That he is allegedly responsible for Whitney no longer walking the earth with us, and amongst a whole lot of other stuff. So while he could have contributed to greatness, he could have also contributed to great falls. So I think we're gonna just put that thought on ice, Jermaine, because you are also the person who fumbled Janet Jackson, and we just say I ain't got too much for you anyway. We just gonna leave that alone.
Marcus, what are you thinking?
You know what? India Ari, who is one of the least problematic artists, like in
She
music. I
problematic.
mean, when's the last time you ever heard of India Ari? For India Ari to come out and say something negative against Clive Davis, that speaks fucking loads. India Ari doesn't even say shit. You don't even know when she releases an album. But for the fact for this woman to come out of nowhere and say, hey, by the way, Clive Davis and the business we're in is unethical. Like, I mean, come on. The floodgates that are about to open for this guy is going to be incredible. You thought the reckoning of Diddy was bad? Wait till we get the Netflix special of Clive Davis. And the fact that he's dead, that means that all those NDAs that people signed are non-working anymore. Michael, how does that work? When someone signs an NDA with someone and they die, is the NDA still working or does it no longer work because they're dead?
Who does this guy think he is? He's gone for like 4 months. He comes back, asks me a question. You want another docket, Marcus? Put it in the pre-show. All right? Listen, NDAs are generally expire upon death, yes. But as far as Clive Davis goes, look, I mean, he comes from a different era. He did put some people on, that's for sure. But I'm also pretty confident there's going to be a lot that comes out now that he's gone. I feel like that clip, though, was just as much about JD letting the world know he's in France and he went to the parties. It was kind of like, shut up. No one cares. No one's checking after you anymore either.
Basically.
Dina, what are your thoughts?
I didn't know all of this tea about Clive. So for me, I'm looking at it like, he's an absolute legend. And
well, he is. Two things can be true at once.
Yeah, two things can definitely be true at once. But I'm definitely, from a musical standpoint, which is my background, I'm definitely like, we just lost one of the great ones. And he did put a lot of people in my community on. And so, hats off for that. Like, he literally revived Aretha Franklin's career from nothing. It had gone completely straight to hell. And he pulled her completely out and brought her back to the mainstream. And she went from being just an R&B soul singer to being a pop legend. Yeah. So he is the crossover god to take you from the chitlin circuit to the mainstream.
Yeah.
He is a crossover god. And so for me, that's where it lands for me. But now I didn't know all of his teeth, right? So is he a horrible human being? I mean, I guess that remains to be seen. But doing a tribute to Clive on a Black award show. No, I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
Really?
I think he deserves it, though. I mean, you literally just said that all of the artists that you love that, like, you know, you came up with are because of Clive. I think that we need to separate the monster from the executive. If it wasn't for Clive, we wouldn't have Whitney. We wouldn't have.
Optic wise, I prefer to not honor him at a BET Awards.
What do you mean? You think he should be honored at the Grammys because he's white?
I think he should be honored
The
at
Grammys, they'll handle it.
I'm honored at the Grammys because that's the caliber of man he is. But no, I don't think he needs to be, that we need to do a full-fledged tribute. I mean, like, just because Kid Rock is an amazing rapper doesn't mean he needs to have a
Let me stop you right there. Kid Rock is a what?
At a Black Entertainment Television award show. Like, for me, I just think we should just separate the two entities. Like,
but
I don't, that's just me.
But Kid Rock didn't revive the Queen of Soul's career. He didn't discover the voice Whitney Houston. He didn't, you know, Clive Davis is responsible for so many legends, so many, like, you know, hits, so many. I mean, this guy isn't just like an artist. He literally, like, ran the music business for over 4 decades. And a lot of the artists were predominantly African American that he put down. So I think that he should get one.
I don't feel like he should have a whole tribute.
I think 3 minutes. I think a 3 minutes and a picture and move on.
Yeah, I think if we're doing something like that, but like musical performances and stuff, all that kind of stuff. No, I'm good on that.
Valorian, what do you think about this?
It's kind of like a gray area for me too, because he is a legend and he's affected the musical world in a positive way, and also the Black community. So, yeah, it's sad that he's gone, but then also on the other side is, like, we talk about the human being side, like behind the closed doors, what do you do? I personally think he did kill Whitney Houston, but that's just my opinion.
Oh, okay.
That's just my opinion.
Wait, can we talk about that once you're done? Why do we think he killed her? But keep going.
And just so I give him credit for being a legend and changing and affecting the music world, especially the black industry. Mm-hmm. But like I said, behind closed doors, I'm not. It's that gray area. So when it comes to that tribute, and especially during BET, I would say, like, a good moment of silence. You know what I mean? A good moment of silence. You know, we acknowledged, you know, who you were in the industry, who you helped out, and then, hey, on to the next.
That's new artist.
Yep.
Okay, Marcus, you want to wrap it up real quick? What do you? I mean.
You know what? We're just going to have to wait and see. But what we do know is the floodgates are going to open, and there are going to be some artists that aren't going to be afraid anymore because they're not going to have the repercussion and his wrath because he's alive. So we just got to wait and see who's going to pick up this documentary first. So stay tuned.
All right. Well, let's move on. So my girl Oprah is in the news this week. Speaking of Whitney Houston and Clive and all in that circle, she was at some kind of event over in France, and she kind of spilled some tea about Whitney Houston that a lot of people are thinking that she should have kept to herself. Let's watch it, and we'll talk about it.
How you doing? Greeting thing. And then I stopped the cameras, and I went behind stage, and I said, so tell me, what do you want? What do you want to happen here? How you doing? Greeting thing. And then I stopped the cameras, and I went behind stage and I said, so tell me, what do you want? What do you want to happen here? And I'm going to tell you what I want to happen here. And that was one of the most powerful interviews. And do you all know, this is an amazing thing that happened. I had such trust from the Oprah Show audience that Whitney did, I think it was her last show with us. And she had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with her when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her intention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage. And I knew that if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
And what about...
That would not happen today, I can tell you.
Yeah.
What do we think? Was it appropriate for her to divulge that information? I mean, Whitney is no longer with us. Like Marcus said, or Michael said earlier, once the person has expired, the NDA is out of the window. So maybe
not always.
Okay. Not always. Maybe, I don't know. What do we think about that?
Tacky.
You think tacky? Okay.
Absolutely. Oprah has a reputation of being like the woman that everyone can talk to, that everyone can trust, that, she, America loved her. It's Oprah Winfrey. And lately, I just feel like she's been really messy and tacky, for the last couple months. And spilling Whitney's tea, we already knew that she was a drug addict. We already knew that she was going through it. What did that prove? You know what I mean? I just feel like when it comes to people's family, their kids, and their addiction, it's super tacky to bring it out, especially when the person's deceased.
Agreed.
Before I go on, I have to read this. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Pat Houston, who is the executive of Whitney Houston's estate, shared on Instagram today. She said, from 2009 interview on the Oprah Winfrey Show, Whitney absolutely fell off the stage, but it was during a sound check, and it was due to the darkness of the area and the unfamiliarity with the stage. She was absolutely not high. This story was picked up by several media outlets. Like many people, she faced personal battles, but it is inaccurate and unfair to attach that struggle to every performance or every chapter of her life. Natasha, thoughts?
Because why? Why? I guess why? Because you had enough story that you gave before you gave that whole thing of she was back on drugs and she fell, and you begged the what did that add? What did you give that everybody could take away from once they left? What?
Okay, Dina, what are your thoughts?
Oprah. I need maybe a little context of what was going on in the conversation before we got to that piece of the story, because it looks like maybe she was trying to show a story of grace, where she gave Whitney some grace and how she covered her and how we protect each other and we cover each other in this community. So maybe there was context to it. And if we get the context, then we'll see the ministry behind that.
It wasn't a Super Soul Sunday though, because she
maybe
was
we'll
in
see
France and Canada, right? Was it like a film?
Maybe there was a little ministry behind it, and if we can get a little context, maybe we'll see what the intent was. I don't want to judge a book. I don't.
Because if anybody got the stories to reflect on anything in life, it's Oprah.
But she did exactly what she told the audience not to do.
Exactly. But it might have been a reason. You just don't know.
What reason are you telling me that Whitney Houston fell off the stage, cracked out? I don't need to know that.
Okay, hold on.
Redemption, you don't know. You don't know, Marcus.
Let me get to Michael. Michael, what are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are pretty simple. Loose lips sink ships. I'm evolved myself, and I listen. All right, think about when you have someone that comes into your life, friend or foe. Maybe they start off as a friend, they turn into a foe. And I see so many instances where people, once they shift, they make that shift. They go around and all they do is talk and tell everything about this person. Now that this person's kind of removed from the situation, doesn't get to be involved in the conversation. And I think that reflects more poorly on the person flapping their gums than it does on the person they're talking about. You know what I mean? I don't know why Oprah would do something like this. To me, it was very self-aggrandizing, extremely poor taste. I really can't imagine a context that would make this story appropriate. Everybody knew Whitney struggled. And what was the point of that, Oprah? To let us all know you had such a command over your audience at your peak that they would do whatever you said and keep a secret like you somehow saved Whitney? I don't get it.
Yeah, I agree.
Side note, Michael, I love that you use flapping your gums. Like, I love that you use that phrase. I love that you use.
Valorian, what are your thoughts?
No, Michael hit it on the nose. It's like, first off, what goal are you trying to accomplish by saying this? And then my thing is, I'm pretty sure there's multiple stories about Whitney that were more positive in a positive light. Mm-hmm. She broke the first rule. You never talk bad about the dead.
Yeah,
they can't defend. They can't defend themselves. It doesn't matter what the context is. Like you have a huge following.
Yeah.
A huge following. So you have to pick your words wisely and pick your stories wisely. So like you could have used any other story about you controlling your followers or getting your ego boost, but you want to use first off attacking a black woman. Like yo, you know what I mean?
Of all the stories.
All the stories that you got, like you attacking your own people, you trying to make it seem like it's nothing, but it's really garbage, in my opinion. I got beef with Oprah, so for my own personal reasons. So like
what's the reasons?
I feel like she should have done or still can be a more positive light for not only for the black community, but for women, for the world, for the country. Like I feel like she just her
so
and Gail.
let me ask you this question, Valorian, just playing devil's advocate because I tend to do that a lot. Oprah gave this country more than 25 seasons, 25 years of trying to be that example. Do you don't think she can just rest and be what am I trying to say? A private citizen?
No.
A normal human.
No. You chose the fame. That's what comes with it.
Gotcha.
So
she ain't being a private citizen by spraying Whitney's tea. Now,
exactly.
Now if we gonna rest in being a private citizen, go sit your rich ass down and go play in your garden with sadness.
Okay.
Go do that. Okay. But she ain't choosing to be a private citizen. She out here being a whole little dry snitch on somebody that's dead. You ain't trying to be a private citizen. You out here just dry snitching on somebody that's dead about a known drug problem and she died. Girl.
Okay, we're not even go down, Patty. Before we move the subject,
that's another Patti LaBelle with Luther Vandross. We didn't need to know he was wearing a dress that night.
John Terry, before we move on, do you have anything to say about this?
Oprah is a white savior trapped in a black woman's body.
Thank you.
That part. Thank you.
That's it.
I cannot believe I'm saying this. I agree with John T.
I also think in the interview she was trying to appease the white crowd. You know, the host.
For sure.
Yeah.
So like she's always been that's her biggest.
You remember how she treated Toni Braxton when she came out of bankruptcy and she's like, well, why did you have Versace silverware? I'm Oprah and I don't have Versace. Bitch, because you don't eat.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's move on. Speaking of eating, that was a great segue, Marcus.
Thank you. Thank you.
A federal judge blocked Trump administration SNAP restrictions on soda and candy in 5 states. It says the federal judge has dropped has blocked the Trump administration ban preventing food stamp recipients in 5 states from using their benefits to buy sugary foods and drinks. The banning of junk food from SNAP purchases is a part of the Trump administration's Make America Healthy Again initiative. In her ruling, the judge said the U.S. Department of Agriculture could approve waivers only for limited purposes allowed under U.S. law, such as improving the efficiency of the SNAP program. So I wanted to do this story last week, but we ran out of time. I want to know what the panel has to say about this. I'm going to start with Michael. Michael, what are your thoughts?
So part of me says it's a free country. We all have free will. And if you want to put nails in your coffin with terrible food, go for it. And I think that's kind of where I am on this. At the same time, though, I can say I've worked in a number of communities where there is kind of a basic lack of knowledge and a dearth of access to healthier food or options. And so our government probably could do more to help to educate people on what better choices look like. And so, I guess cutting these benefits for use on those kind of unhealthy snacks maybe could lead to that solution. But I think more realistically, it just leads to folks finding a workaround and things being recategorized, and then they end up buying the same stuff, right? I think part of the issue is healthy food is too expensive, needs more education on it. And particularly in our urban areas, we need a greater access to it, right? I don't know that saying you can't buy stuff with your SNAP benefits is the solution here to that.
I was just going to get to that, Michael. I know, like here in Chicago, in my neighborhood, I live in a pretty cool neighborhood. I have a Whole Foods within 2 blocks, a Trader Joe's within a mile of me, my Mariano's, a Kroger's. Like we have the gamut of food selections. We have a bunch of nice, places to eat. And then on the other side of Chicago, maybe south or the west, you don't have as many options. There's food deserts out there. These people only have maybe a corner liquor store.
Well, that's the ghetto.
Yeah, but
still
you live in the rich white part, of course.
Yeah, but I'm saying they don't have as many options as we have, maybe up north. Natasha, I know you're a social worker. I want to ask you about this. And has it affected any of your clients?
Michigan didn't have that, to my knowledge. I know like Iowa was one. There are a few other states, but Michigan didn't have that. But my take on it is we have bigger fish to fry until we are properly taxing billionaires and millionaires. We got way bigger fish to fry. Like food benefits that are being issued pale in comparison on how much the billionaires and millionaires should be paying in taxes and are not paying in taxes.
Yeah.
So let's start there. Also, yes, sure, junk food, all of that stuff that does contribute to health issues. And when we do have food deserts that these people can't get access healthy foods, that does create issues. And this is where those areas could work on maybe trying to at least have like community gardens and things like that. However, if you're in a colder state like a Michigan or in Illinois, you have a very limited window of time where you can actually grow some food. So that's still only going to address that problem, but for so long. So we do have to have more grocery stores that are easily accessible to elderly, to those that are disabled, to those that don't have transportation and things like that. That's a way bigger issue. It does not always have to be a Walmart or a Meijer. It can be a smaller grocery store. I live in a mainly Hispanic area myself, so I have a ton of Mexican grocery stores that sell a ton of produce and have meat counters and things like that. So, and they're within walking distance. And so it doesn't have to be a very big grocery store, but those are the type of things that can come to smaller communities and still make food accessible and economically friendly for those that cannot get to the larger stores. So we have there's a lot of issues, there's a lot of circumstances and nuance that surround this whole issue. But them not buying soda, candy, and things like that that is not even the tip of the iceberg. Like that is the tip of the iceberg. That is such a stupid problem to target, which is what they want us to focus on when there's so much to this iceberg itself that we need to focus on. That's where I'm at with it.
Jante.
As he said.
Was Jante there?
I'm here.
What are your thoughts on this?
So, Michael said something about free right? I can't remember exactly what he said, but it's a free country or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't I don't necessarily agree with the controls, but it's technically not free if my tax dollars are paying for SNAP.
Mm.
So, I mean, I don't think
He
he
meant
should
free
be
country
considered.
decision wise.
You said what?
I think he meant free country decision wise, not free country money wise.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say my decision would, and still to piggyback off that, my decision would still be to limit it. If we're doing Make America Healthy again, let's do it because everything is everybody is a victim to health. You know, especially our people. Like, oh, uh, black mortality, black maternal mortality, all the things that we say, woe is me to, is because of health. So if limiting 120 calorie can of sugary whatever is going to help that, then let's do it. Let's also put it on all the other stuff that we don't need. And yes, the food is more expensive, but I mean, I'm going to go out on a hopeful ledge here and say maybe it wouldn't be if we hadn't, if we bought it more.
Okay. Valorian, what are your thoughts?
I kind of agree with Jonte as well. Like, I agree with Jonte, and I also agree with Mike too. So, with the free, everyone has the choice to do what they want to do with their lives. But
Mhm.
also too, if someone's helping you in a sense, then the choice it can be restricted. If that makes sense. So I would say, it should be restricted, but
Mhm.
at the same time, there needs to be a trade off because the reason why the families are getting these snacks is because of the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we're gonna restrict how much they can get, then we're gonna have to have a trade off where groceries or something is gonna have to make up for that, or you're
Right.
gonna have to give them more SNAP or more funds.
Yeah.
Um, but then also Natasha touched on a point where this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like the real main problem is she said taxing the billionaires. I would even go as far as just getting our money. Where is our money going?
Yeah.
Like the utilization of our money and how it's being spent. And we all know it's going in politicians' pockets. Um, I think that's the first thing. The SNAP is what, less than 1% of the budget. So like, come on now, you're telling me that the less than 1% of the budget is affecting us that bad, where we gotta have restrictions. People can't eat. Like really? Like
This
food?
this administration loves to take small things and make it big, such as the transgender issue. We have less than 1% of transgender that make up our population in this country, and they made it an issue for the campaign. Now they're
Mm-hmm.
making the SNAP thing an issue. So it's these little things they're like to make up big issues. So I'm glad you told us about that 1% of the budget.
Yeah, and but so we're so focused on certain amount of people, and they try to target the demographics, but in the long run, when it comes to the sheer volume of numbers,
Mhm.
we us as black people, we go through adversity every day. We know how to get through the mud.
Yeah.
You really affecting your own people more than us. We know how to work around the system. They don't.
They sure don't.
So
Those trailer
like
parks are mad.
Our
so like
our black grandmas were magicians with making something out of nothing, out of flour, out of pigs intestines. Out of
Hello.
we gonna eat regardless.
Hello.
So,
so like
um,
yeah.
thank you for that, Lauren. Dina, what do you think?
I think, we got a way more bigger issues that need to be addressed than this. I think this is very petty and I think this is very childish. So until you address, and I do know that SNAP does do like farmers market situations where you can do like bucks or something like that. But until you address number one, the price of food, because let's start there. Okay, so until you address the price of food and then address that there is not accessible to people who don't necessarily have means of transportation, you know what I mean, who can't afford for DoorDash and Uber Eats to deliver everything. You know, until you address those things, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? For me, it's a mute conversation is going in one ear and out the other for me, because address what needs to be addressed.
I'm sure they're going to try to take this to the Supreme Court. So we'll be talking about this soon, I'm sure. Let's move on. Let's move on. You guys, most of the co-hosts know, and Hector and Kate, I wish she was here. I don't even like to do stories about people on Zeus. Like, we're not doing baddies on this show. We're not doing none of that stuff. I just don't like, I don't agree with any of that shit on that channel. But I saw this story and I said, it made me mad just watching the video. Blueface.
Oh, God.
Who is a product.
He used to be so fine.
Yeah, he did.
No.
Until he messed up his face. He's a product of the Zeus network. And there was a video of his daughter going viral this week. And it made me so mad, you guys. I had to turn it off because I just don't believe in bad kids. Let's watch this video and then we will come back and talk about it.
This mine. Imagine.
Get away from the trash.
Yeah. My turn. I'm so mad. And gummy worms.
You want cherries? Come here, Journey. You have to wait your turn.
These I hate you. I'm not going to be your friend anymore, Mama. And I hate you, Jack.
Got you already. Before you even tried.
I don't want to, because I can't touch it. I don't want to be your friend. That's not. I don't want to be your friend anymore, Mom.
Stop it, okay? Don't do that.
Fine, I don't want to come back for you anymore.
You do not want no ice cream then?
Fine, go home and go away.
All right, I'll eat this then. No ice cream for you.
Fine, Dad, I'm leaving.
Okay, let me see you leave.
Then I want to go home without Mommy then.
Huh?
I want to go home without Mommy.
You wanna leave mommy here?
Yeah.
Why? She's being mean to you?
Yeah.
You gotta be nice.
No, she doesn't want to be nice to me.
What do you want in your yogurt? You want sprinkles?
And cherry on the top.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet.
Your house.
Yes, it is.
It is not. You didn't pay no bills yet.
I don't want you.
Get your ass over here. You don't do that to me. Do you understand me? You don't do that to me.
Together. Journey, you gotta stop that.
That's not nice. I don't care.
Where's the football?
Do you want to go to bed? Do you want to go to bed?
Huh?
Do you want to go to bed?
I would have whooped the. I'm sorry. No.
What a little brat.
So the thing I want to say about this, there were people in the comments. It was mostly from this soft ass generation saying that Carlissa, who is Blueface's mom in the second clip, they said she shouldn't have grabbed her up like that. She shouldn't have hit her.
Right, she should have threw her.
Man, please.
She should have beat that little girl's ass. What an entitled little brat.
It's not the kid's fault though.
It's not.
You're right, but
and that's serious.
Do you see how Blueface was coddling her in the first clip? Like,
but who raised Blueface?
Exactly.
Natasha, you're a parent. What would you have done in that situation?
So my child wouldn't be like that though. So we just
okay, but let's say that in another vortex.
There is no let's say. There is no let's say because there is no let's say because my child would never and has never and would never. So
never.
I can't give you let's say that's your child because it starts from the beginning. It starts from the very beginning. It starts from birth. You teach your child how to respect adults You also respect your child so that they know that there is mutual respect back and forth. They know to not ever test you like that, but they also know that you wouldn't come at them like that either. That is enabled behavior. My child knows that that behavior would never ever ever be supported by me. My child knows that she can't try me. She can't try another adult like that ever.
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 Brandy
Ever.
says that the
Okay,
parents
hold
should have
on.
blamed.
My mom said, "Ooh, I would have, Mom. I know what you would have done." Brandy said the parents are to blame.
Yes.
And
I
they
would
are.
have been like Blueface. Oh no.
And they are.
They are.
Because look
And they
who
are.
raised Blueface though, because his mama's a mess too.
Yeah,
His
but his mom
mother
beat
is a
her.
hot mess.
Okay, so
And but
a lot of
look who
the comments were saying she shouldn't have beat her on film. My thing is, you're gonna
It's
get
a
it
stream.
wherever you show out. I'm a show out.
Okay.
And
Well,
she beat her.
and also she didn't do it on purpose on stream. Isn't Blueface thing like he streams his life? So it was just a part of what was going on in life.
they're
Yeah.
clearly trying to monetize off of this little girl acting like this because they know that people are going to watch. So they are clearly banking on this little girl, literally and figuratively, banking on this little girl to act like this so they can make money off of this. But what is going to happen is it's going to bite them in the ass because when she gets out there in the real world and she gets put out of every single preschool they put her in because these teachers don't want to tolerate it, they're really going to have a rude awakening because nobody is going to tolerate that little girl being a bully to the staff or abusing other kids. They're going to put her little ass out. So
Okay.
they better get this figured out right now
How
because
old
they
is she?
are
Do we
getting.
know?
She gotta be. She looked like about 3 or 4,
Yeah.
maybe 5.
I think she's
Yeah, she looking at. Yeah, she look maybe about 4 or 5 range. So she's at the point where she is going to be in preschool, and no teacher is going to put her out. They're not going to deal with that. Because she. I would not feel that she's a safe child because you're too safe hitting a dog.
Yeah.
Michael,
Especially your own parent.
Hold on, I
Exactly.
want to get to Michael, then I'm gonna get to Valoria, and then I'm gonna get to Dina and Jante. So we got to order here. Michael first. Go ahead.
So we've talked about this type of thing on our show before, and I feel like I'm going to be the cheese standing alone, but I'll say it nevertheless. I do not think that it is ever appropriate to use physical force on a child for one reason. Violence begets violence. All right. It is never right to put your hands on something that is weaker than you, lacks agency. There's not a lesson to be learned. And I think that speaks more to the character of the person who thinks it's necessary than it does to the actions of the child. If we're curious about why we have such a violent society in a violent world, it's because it starts early.
Take this with you.
And I hate to see parents lay their hands on children. I think there's always another way. I don't think that makes me soft. I think that makes me wise. And I can tell you with confidence that when I do have children, they won't be physically beaten or corrected ever. And they will be model citizens. That I can promise you.
Okay.
I believe it. You're a great person.
I agree with Mike. I feel like there's other avenues to discipline a child besides hitting them. Violence does cause violence, and then also as a child, so they're still not fully. Well, this child is probably most likely fully aware, but fully aware of the situation and how bad it is. But as an adult, if a child is acting up, who do we go to? We go to the parents. So I think I put all the blame on first off Blueface, bro. Like I'm a father myself. Like you gotta step in and say something. Like you just gonna let her do whatever she needs. She disrespecting your baby mother in public. She's her mannerisms is kids are sponges. So she's basically just copying y'all.
Absolutely.
Like y'all so chaotic and y'all so messy.
Wow.
It's spilling out into y'all kids at a young age. And now like you can always tell most of the time how the parents are by the kids.
Wow.
Most definitely.
So
Dina?
like, yeah.
So I feel like it's just so much to unpack here, right? So number one, this is learned behavior, right? This is learned behavior. And I'm where Natasha is. My kids would never. I have kids that are close in age to this little girl, and my kids would never, I mean, from at one, my child would never have tried me like that because my child knew not to play with me like that. Now, let me say this. I don't hit my kids.
Babu.
I don't have to hit my kids. I don't have to hit my kids. I have set boundaries and I have set expectations. They know I'm not playing with them. Now, do I get in my kids' grill? Yes. Am I parenting? Absolutely not. I'm definitely not doing that. Okay. My kids, I feel like kids sometimes need to have just a twinge of fear, just a taste of fear that you might just pop off. And I'm just not sure. So I'm not gonna try, Mom, because I don't know what we're gonna get today. Right. So and my kids have that. My kids would never do me like that. They would never play with me like that in public because they just don't know what's going to happen. And so they just would never do it. So I feel like it's learned behavior. I also feel like, the way his mother reacted to a 4-year-old hitting her in the face, I think it's kind of, a normal reaction. I don't necessarily think she should have went into hitting her. I would have restrained her hands. I definitely would have restrained her hands and let her know that was not an okay way to respond. And that's me doing it with somebody else's child, because if it was my child, it just would never.
You would have beat their ass.
Okay, well,
I wouldn't have to.
You don't have to.
They call child services on me.
Let's talk about that because Brandy says in general, ass whoopings work, not for every child, but in general. I think we have something. We've talked about this a lot of times before. You guys probably heard me say this. I was growing up, Brandy and our family, it was normal for aunts and aunties and Big Ma to chastise kids.
Yeah.
His parents don't even want family members chastising or whooping their kids.
No.
Well, I don't know where that changed.
We were raised in a different time. You got to remember that. We were raised from like
kids. You can chastise my kids, but don't hit my kids. But you could definitely chastise my kids.
You can definitely chastise mine.
So did your Big Ma ever whoop you, Dina?
Sure. I got whooped by my grandma. I got, you know what I mean? I got whooped. I didn't really get whooped by anybody other than my grandmother.
Did you deserve it?
Yeah. And but I got in trouble. I got, snatched up a few times by some aunties and stuff like that. I definitely got reprimanded and all of those things from other adults. Like it flat out straight chased respect authority and respect adults is what I teach and how I rock here. You're gonna respect adults. I don't care if you feel like you are 10,000% right. You're gonna respect what they said in the moment, and then you're gonna come find me if it's a problem. But you're not even in a place where you can go toe to toe with an adult. Period. Period. And my kids are so mannerable, so respectful, but they don't get whoopings.
Okay. John Tay. Are you there? Are you there, Tay? Okay. I don't think I saw her come off mute. John Tay? Okay. I don't know. Can't hear her.
Can I say just one thing too?
Yes, you may.
Also too, with that comment, do whoopings really work? Because after a whooping, okay, what was the goal of the whooping? Was it pain, or were you trying to teach him something? Because in school, we get taught by our knowledge how people talk to us. If you get a whooping,
in my opinion, whoopings work.
What a whooping taught me was if I do that again, I'm gonna get whooped and I'm gonna be in pain and cry. So I'm gonna think twice before I stay out after the fucking street lights get off. Like that's what a whooping taught me.
You shouldn't think like that, because when you get older.
But my parent talked to me and was like, hey, come home.
Yeah.
And, me being a kid, I was like, no way. But let me tell you something. When I walked in that door, my mom smacked the fucking taste out of me in front of my friends. Baby, I was in that house before the sun set. Baby, the sun was still in the sky shining when I was walking home. But you know what? It depends on how you grew up, your surroundings, and the situations. Because you know what? The same thing, she slapped my brother too. And guess what? He ended up in jail because it didn't work for him. You know what I mean? So it really depends. It's very situational. You know what I mean? It really is.
I agree.
But
also too is like, okay, we got whoopings. But like for me, you gotta, if there's an issue, you gotta kill it. Like you gotta kill it from the root. I feel like a whooping is just like not even pulling it from the root, but just pulling it. Oh, it looks good for right now, but I know maybe later on the root's gonna grow again. So yes, I mean I've got whoopings. I think in certain situations, like you said, it works, but I think more so it's the mental, the psychological of why this is wrong, why this is bad, so they don't do it again. Because when we get older, when we don't have anybody to give us a whooping, we might just refer back to it like, shoot, I can do it back again because I ain't gonna get no whooping. Or we
that's when it goes to the character of the person.
Yeah.
It's like you either learned your lesson or baby, you're just gonna get whoopings all your life. At that point, you know what I mean? Like, quote unquote, it really depends on your character at that point. Because if you didn't learn your lesson at XYZ, then at that point you're just fucking up to fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like where parenting lacked in the generation before us was we got whoopings and no explanation.
Right.
Right. We got whoopings and no conversation. And so where it lands now for me is there's gonna be repercussions.
But at least you're getting answers.
You're going to pay for bad behavior. Yeah, I'm not getting ready to punch you. I'm not getting ready to whoop you or use a belt to whoop you or anything like that, but there's going to be repercussions for bad behavior. I don't reward bad behavior, but we're going to have a conversation about why this was not okay. Why you cannot do this again. And I feel like where our generation lacked, the 80s babies, the 70s babies, where we lacked was we were just getting like punched.
Beat the fuck down.
For
no fucking reason. Right. You breathe out. Like, damn, dude.
So Brandy commented she learned from her whoopings, and I was going to say the same thing. I can remember all my whoopings. Like, I remember hanging up.
How many you got?
I remember hanging up the phone on my mom while I was at a basketball game at school. And when I came home, she whooped the black off me. And I can remember never to hang up. You never hang up on your mom. Like, even now, I'll make sure I say, bye, I love you. I remember that.
She whooped that ass good. Got into that ass.
So some people, I guess some kids are just different. Some kids.
It really depends. It's so situational.
Yeah.
It truly is situational with the parent and the person. Yeah.
It is. That's why I said it starts from the beginning because, like I said, there's mutual respect between McKinley and myself. She understands to not go there with me, but there's also mutual respect that I have with her, and I do respect her as a human being and as my child. There has been very, very few times that she's actually got a spanking and it's like, no, we got to do this differently. We got to do this better. I can't even tell you the last time I've ever had to spank her, and I God willing, I don't want to ever have to spank her again because she's a very smart girl. That's a smart one right there. So conversations go very, 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 very far. Now consequences also go very far with her. When I tell her you got a consequence coming, she knows exactly what that means. I remember she got in trouble at school one day, and her teacher said, "Well, I don't think you'll get in trouble, but I got to tell your mom." And she said, "Yes, I am." And when her teacher told me, I said, "Oh no, she got a consequence. She knows exactly what's gonna happen when she get home." She said, "Oh, okay." Okay.
But at least you explained it to her.
Exactly. And she
like
knew
Dina said, you're giving explanations,
Exactly. She knows her consequences are predictable. She knows what's going to happen. I don't have to be her. And so this is where again it starts from the beginning. And I know that I would never have to worry about her being disrespectful to any adult in our family
Never.
or any
In
adult at
general,
school or
yeah.
anything in general. I don't have to worry about that. She's very well mannered. She's very respectful. I don't have to worry about it. Now is she gonna cut up here and there? Yeah, she's a kid.
But they're kids.
She's 7. But
Okay, let's move on.
So viewers, please don't beat your kids. Thank you.
Well, you guys, we have this one more story, and we have one more story. We're running out of time, but I want to do it. So, Cass, we don't have 3 minutes for everybody to spend on what you think. But this story was it's getting a lot of rounds. It's very popular here in Chicago. 2 people showed up in a restaurant, a 5-star restaurant here in Chicago. I won't say the name. And they were asked to leave.
Wendy's.
Yes, Wendy's. They were asked to leave because they smelled like marijuana. Let's play the clip. Let's play it, and then we'll talk about it.
It was me.
Unfortunately, it's an offensive odor, so we can't have that here anymore. Okay?
Your red hair isn't professional for this restaurant either.
I apologize, but
Putting us out because we smell like weed is crazy.
Let's watch it again.
Unfortunately, it's an offensive odor, so we can't have that here anymore. Okay?
Your red hair isn't professional for this restaurant either.
I apologize, but
Putting us out because we smell like weed is crazy.
Thoughts?
How much weed did they fucking smoke before they got there?
Right. You couldn't put no spray on? You couldn't.
I mean, Jesus. To get kicked out of it was racism.
My thing is, I mean, you gotta respect the establishment. It's a 5-star. It's a standard. Like,
how much? Did she have a pound in her purse? I mean, there's so many questions I have here. Like, they don't have spray. I mean, they needed to go.
Yeah, because I mean, it's gonna affect your business negatively.
How many people think it was a racist thing?
No, I think it was a business thing. I think it
was a business. Yeah.
I mean, if say somebody go to your granny house smelling like dro and your granny ain't rocking with it, you gonna have them stay there? It's a respect thing. No, they gotta go. White, black, Mexican, it don't matter. Like, it's just the principle. And especially as the 5-star restaurant, you tripping, bro. You gotta put some colognes, perfume on. Like, this ain't Wendy's.
I'm very pro 420. I'm not a smoker myself. I like the candies or drink. However, get down how you get down, but everybody don't want to smell it.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry, I sound real old saying this, and I know I sound like an auntie, but like, I don't want to smell it when you drop your kids off at school, and I don't want to smell it if I'm at a very nice, fine dining.
And I don't.
There's a time and place.
There's a time and place. Decorum, like there's just a time and place for everything. Like if we at Walmart, sure. Okay, yes, Walmart.
Let me
Jante, what are your thoughts? Jante there.
I'm here.
She'll be back.
What are your thoughts?
I'm here. You know, I actually kind of feel torn about it because while, yes, I agree with the respect, it's also legal here. So if it's legal, then you got to imagine that some of your business is going to come in like that. Green is green, like green is the business.
Literally.
Okay.
Your brand is the business.
Brandy said shouldn't be in someone's enclosed establishment, smell like marijuana. But at the same time, marijuana is legal in Illinois. Same thing as Jante said. Dina, you going to say something? No?
I mean, I'll say even though marijuana is legal in Illinois, that don't mean it's legal in my house. And so that's their business. You know, and if they have the right to say what they want at their business. And so I get it, you know. No, thank you. It used to piss me off so bad when I would, because my kids are homeschooled now, but when Nyla was in kindergarten and I would drop her off at school and it would be kids dropped off at school smelling like weed.
The teacher.
That's wild. Y'all dropping your kids off smelling like weed?
Crazy.
I'm gonna go to Michael and then we'll go on. Michael, what do you think?
Honestly, I think it was racist. And I'll tell you why, okay?
Okay.
Ever since I was young, I've had poor eyesight. And as the trade-off, they say they make one of your senses better. I have a very sensitive nose. And I wish I could walk through the world and spray people that I find smelly and offensive. Like, it happens to me on the daily, right? It's crazy. But at the same time, I promise you, if I was sitting in that restaurant, looking how I look, smelling like they smelled, I never would have been asked to leave. Of that, I'm very confident. Because I have been in that situation. I have been that guy. I used to smoke chronically, okay? And I'm sure that I smelled pretty bad when I went into some of these establishments, and I never, ever got told anything. So for that reason, yeah, I probably was racist.
All right. People have spoken. Okay, let's move on. Fashion files. We got a lot of looks this week, so let's go through them fast, Cast. Starting off, we have my notes. This is George Campos, and he is wearing Willie Shaveria. Michael, yay or nay?
Fuck off with this one. Nay.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Marcus, yay or nay?
You know what? Nay.
Natasha.
Them church shoes and socks doing me in.
Valorian.
Throw it away.
Dina.
Absolutely not.
John Kay.
You know when all the crayons are in the box and they melt together? That's
All right, let's move on. We have this lady's on our list 2 times this week. We have Cynthia Bailey. She's wearing Hervé Leger. Michael, yay or nay?
A grudging yay.
Cynthia's new stylist is killing it.
Yeah, he is. Natasha.
Absolutely, yay.
Valorian.
Yes, nice classy look.
Dina.
Yes.
Jante.
I love it.
All right, moving on. We have Zendaya and Versace. Michael, yay or nay?
I'm kind of into it. Yay.
And she's promoting Spider-Man, so that kind of has the theme of the outfit. Marcus, yay or nay?
You know what? I just got back from Thailand and she's giving me Ladyboy. Nay.
Natasha.
Oh my goodness. It's all right.
All right. Valorian.
No, the only reason why it's even quote unquote fashion is because of the brand. If that was like A&1 or something like that, everybody would say that's garbage. So that's
exactly.
Like, nah.
All right, Dina.
No.
Jante.
It's giving Supergirl instead of Spider-Man, so I'm going to say no.
That part.
Okay.
She's always a hit. She's always a hit. I'm shocked.
Moving on, we have Rosalia. She's wearing Yasmin Couture. Michael, yay or nay?
What's happening? Hey.
What are you doing tonight? Are you trying to just come on? No. Nay.
Marcus?
It looks like my baby niece. That's a nay.
No.
Natasha.
It's pissing me off.
It looks like she's doing the walk of shame, but she got into a fight the night before. It's all bad.
Okay.
Oh
Dorian?
Not one piece on that is a yay. All nay.
Right?
Dina?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Jante?
You know what, y'all? I actually, if it didn't have the bra and the bra that came up a little more in it, I would say yay.
No.
But would you wear it, Jante?
I mean, my body is banging, so yes.
Period.
All right, moving on. We have Cynthia Eriva. She's wearing Vivienne Westwood. Michael, yay or nay?
Okay.
I love it. Yay.
Marcus?
You know what? I don't hate her this week. Yay.
Natasha?
Mm-hmm. I agree with Marcus.
Valorian?
I would say yay. The only thing would be if she had like a black accessory for this to like match the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Something small, like a little clutch or like a clutch or something. But it's the fit fire.
Dina?
I like the outfit, but them shoes is a no.
Yeah.
No.
Jante?
She looks like a villain, so that's going to be a no.
Okay. Moving on, we have Rachel Zoe and one of my favorite designers, LaPointe. Michael, yay or nay?
She looks expensive. Yay.
Marcus?
My thing is, I feel like Rachel Zoe wears the same thing just in different colors. I mean, it's a yay, but I feel like she wears the exact same thing and like she has every color in the fucking world. But it's a yay.
All right, Natasha.
It finally looks like it's not swallowing her. This is a yay.
All right. LaPointe is very good about tailoring. They do a really good job. Valorian,
I just don't like if I'm seeing it right, I don't like the I don't know what that is.
The ostrich fur?
Yeah, ostrich. If you took that off, it'd be fire. I mean, it's still a nice fit. Just take that off, it'll be a nice little cleaner look. So to answer your question, I'll go with a yay.
Okay,
A gray
Dina.
yay.
Dina?
It's a slow yay for me as well. It's the feathers are throwing me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jante?
She looks like a Swiffer. That's going to be a no.
Okay. My friend, you guys be nice to my friend, Romeo Hunt. He is wearing his designs by Romeo Hunt. Michael, yay or nay?
Okay.
I honestly love this look. Yay.
All right. Marcus.
You know I support everyone black. Yay.
Natasha.
It's bringing me back to the All Right Janet Jackson video. This is a yay.
Okay.
Yes, good reference.
Valorian.
That was good.
It's definitely a yay. I like the shades and I like the shoes, the tones. Yeah, it's a yay.
I love that yellow.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a yay for me as well. I love that double jacket situation going on. That's fly.
Oh, I missed that.
He is definitely the mustard at the family barbecue, but it's a yay for me.
Mustard on the beat, ho.
Moving on, we have this is Cynthia Bailey again, and she's wearing Yemen. Michael, yay or nay?
I like this one. Yay.
Marcus.
Ooh, that hair by Portia is sitting, honey. That's a yay.
Natasha.
Baby, I'm gonna get this and wear it to work.
All right. Valorian.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. Yes.
Dina.
Yay.
Jante.
Are we sure that that's not Fredericks of Hollywood?
It's not.
It don't matter what it is. She wearing the hell out of it.
No, it's a yay.
What is it? What is it, Ashley?
Yemen. It's an African designer.
I got some more so Yemen.
Moving on, we have Sierra. She's wearing Romeo Hunt. Michael, yay or nay?
I don't know about what Milwaukee tuxedo we got going on here. Nay.
Marcus?
I'm with Michael on this one. It's just Sierra can do no wrong, but she did wrong.
Natasha?
Y'all gonna give Cece her flowers. Yay.
Valorian?
Nah, that's not it.
Dina?
Yeah, it's too many layers. It's way too many. She look hot.
Can you imagine trying to take a shit
like
in
a
that?
jacket and then a shirt under the jacket and then a shorts and then it's a lot of things.
Baby, you got to go to the emergency toilet.
Jante?
It's clear that she's never missed leg day, and I'm loving the leg in this, but otherwise it's a no. It looks like a tablecloth.
We have Britt Edie. She's rocking Tom Ford boots and Fendi coat. Michael, yay or nay?
I don't think she's rocking much at all. Nay.
Marcus?
Nay, you can see that down the street in Miami.
All right, Natasha?
It's cute.
Glory.
That's garbage.
Dina?
The coat is fire, but no.
All right, Jante?
It's giving ghetto Pocahontas, so no.
Okay, we have Alex Razziano. He's wearing Balenciaga and Gucci. Michael, yay or nay?
Is that a skirt?
Yeah.
Nay.
It is.
Nay.
Marcus?
I love that jacket, but everything else is nay. But I love that jacket.
Natasha?
Okay.
Y'all do not want to get in this men's on skirt trend that they're trying to push. Okay.
Actually, you know what?
We're not
There's
in
a gentleman
Scotland.
walking his dog down the street on my street the other day in a skirt. So listen.
You threw a tomato at him from your farm.
I didn't. So the man's is wearing the skirts, and I'm in full support of it. Yeah.
All right.
No,
Valoria?
you're not. I'll show the message you sent me.
The fit is fire as the skirt is. Yeah, if he has some pants, if he has some pants from like the secondary color of the jacket,
yeah,
like some tan pants, it would have been crazy. But the skirt and the high socks, Brody, that's not it. That's not it, fam.
Dina?
No, absolutely not.
Jonte.
The bag is the only thing that's fire about this outfit.
Okay, going on. We have Connor Stories. He's at the YSL
Okay,
show.
okay,
He's
okay,
he's in
okay, okay.
YSL 2027.
You done got
Michael
the side
Leonard.
joke though.
I'm into it. Yay.
I like it too. It's fire. I'm sorry. Marcus, yay or nay?
You know, I love a good raincoat. That's a yay.
Natasha.
I know he is hot, sticky,
Okay,
and stanky under there.
Baby, his ass cheeks are rubbing so nasty right now. Like the way his ass cheeks are rubbing to his seat right now, and that is disgusting.
It's raining inside.
Baby,
like you
when I
don't even
tell
have to
you-
worry about a storm on the outside because
Baby.
it's raining on the inside.
That's why he got rain boots on. It's catching all that ass cheek juice.
Valorian.
Absolutely not.
All right.
No.
Dina.
Absolutely not.
Jonte.
I'm gonna go with a no.
Okay, last two looks. We have Dylan Meyer, and he's wearing Chanel.
Okay. You know what?
Okay, Alicia Silverstone.
Not see.
Michael.
I'm going to give this a yay, but not for those shoes.
No.
Those are horrific.
Nah, I'm drawing the line.
Marcus.
I would wear this like a 90s gay skate night, like at the village. So what's her name?
Baby, the Girl Scouts and Brownies would kill this. They would kill. Oh, they would kill this. Oh.
Valorian.
Bro.
The jacket, crazy. That's fire. The shoes is killing me, man.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes is that?
Oh, them
It's
shoes.
killing me. I gotta go with it. No, I can't.
Start seeing a lot of. They're doing ballet flats for men. Dior did it. Chanel did it. A lot of houses are doing it. So you're gonna start seeing a lot.
Why such a rectangular
You know what? I'm tired of it because we just can't have nothing. We just can't have nothing. Okay, so now you want all the Kojic flats too. You want all the Debbies, and I'm just over it. It just
I want to do some ballet too.
His mother's shoes, and he didn't
with the socks. With the socks.
This has some loafers.
He's white.
If you had some loafers on, that'd have been fire.
Jonte.
We can't have nothing. We can't have
No, absolutely not.
We can't have nothing.
Okay, and our last look is Zendaya. She's wearing Giorgio Armani from 1990.
Wow.
Michael, yay or nay?
She looks great. Yay.
Marcus?
Beautiful, yay.
Natasha?
I like it.
Valorian?
Yeah, amazing.
Dina?
Love.
And Jonte?
Now this is the spider web she should have had on in the first picture.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And those are our looks for tonight. Our come sit on my couch question. Jonte, do you want to present us the one about body count?
You fall in love with your spouse, significant other, and then y'all get to talking one day, and you find out the body count is in the hundreds.
Sheesh.
Wow.
What are we doing?
We're keeping that to ourselves and not telling anyone.
We're not being honest.
Significant other?
Huh?
So you have a partner, Marcus. You wouldn't share your.
I mean, everyone has a past. If I wanted an angel, I'd fuck a nun.
Okay.
No one, everyone's got a past. Everyone's fucked. Everyone sucks. So who am I to judge you? You know what I mean? And if you're, 100 to 20, who cares? They're with you now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is there really for me to do about it? Am I supposed to go to your past and go take some people out?
Yeah. Like if you're that miserable that you're gonna let love and like a spark with someone be dulled because of their past, then you shouldn't be with that person. They shouldn't be with you anyways.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, I guess a better question would be, we could do this question and does a body count when you're dating someone and you're going to be serious with them? Does their past body count to you? Does that something?
No.
I mean, I don't want anyone that's like. I mean, I don't want the hole to be that loose or anything, but fun.
I would say too. I mean, it does actually. I think body counts has a factor because, like, depending on where you live at, it might be a small town, and you with the town hoe. Everybody went through her,
Well,
or like
Atlanta,
you know what I mean,
Atlanta,
or the town. It could be male or female. Like everybody been with him.
Yeah, you're
now
with the town hussy.
yeah. So now it's like.
But do you care that you've been with the town hussy? That depends on the person.
Exactly.
Some people might, and some people might not. Like you said, in that instance, I would totally care because bitch, you're the town hussy.
Mm-hmm.
But another motherfucker will be like, I don't care, she's my hussy. So I guess it really just depends, you know.
Well, personally, how would you do it then? I mean, would you care?
I mean, if they were the town hussy, I would care. If they were just a hussy privately, then I wouldn't care.
Michael.
It's so irrelevant, I wouldn't probably even ask. It just honestly doesn't enter my calculus. But I'll say this, I'd rather shack up with a hoe than with a first timer. I mean, if I got to spend the rest of my life with somebody, I'd rather have someone that knows what they're doing. Okay, I'll just say it like that.
Because that was about to be my thought too.
Learners.
Yeah,
like don't go to the ESE class.
Because if you been with all them people, that means you better be putting me through the mattress every night. That means you know what you're doing. That means we better be buying new headboards every year. That means like you better know what you
need
doing.
Ice on that pussy.
Period.
Yeah, I get it.
Because I mean, because it wouldn't matter to me. It just wouldn't matter to me. So you telling me, well, it's 200. Well, all right, then you know what you're doing. Right. We ain't got nothing to worry about.
I feel like it's like I feel like today's society, like in the early 90s, it was so taboo to like date someone that you met online or someone that's considered a slut or someone that's considered easy. But I feel like now, like in our day and age, people are just lucky to have a connection with someone and they don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like people aren't as judgmental as they were back in the day. I mean, that's what I personally think.
So for me, it wouldn't necessarily be about a man who has a body count. Now for women, if a woman has a body count, that's a whole nother situation, right?
Why?
The reason why I say that is physically that can be something that can create an issue with you physically, right? That can
like what for us that don't do women.
That can change, some things with you. I'm trying to say it without saying.
Like what, your hole, your ass, your titties. Like, let's talk.
Childbirth can change those things with you too.
Yeah, childbirthing can, but if you have a C-section, it don't.
So what you're saying is, if the woman gets fucked a lot, the pussy hole can stretch.
Marcus.
I mean,
Marcus.
Listen, a married woman can have sex way more than a single woman.
But I'm just
if
saying,
we want to be honest,
200, and if the body count is 200, that means.
But no, if the body count, okay, but if the body count is 200, but a person was married for 20 years. Easily, the person who was married for 20 years could have had sex way more than the person who has a body count of 200.
Could have with the same man, right?
But it doesn't matter. That puss was still getting beat.
No, it matters.
Yeah, but the question is the body count, not the longevity.
It matters. The size of what you're dealing with matters. All of that stuff matters. You know what I mean?
She's been fucking.
But beyond that, right? There are men who have body counts. Beyond that. And then this is just me not being deep. You know what I mean? When you have a body count, there's also another like spiritual aspect to that. Like that's a lot of, internally that you're taking into your aura.
A lot of energy changing.
It's a lot of energy exchanging. I don't know where you land with that. So, you know what I mean? For me, you got to be careful going into situations with people who have had a great extensive sexual background. Everybody don't deal with stuff the same way. And so you just have to be mindful of that when dealing with people in such an intimate way. That's not a small thing. So you gotta be careful.
But with that being said, a 200 number for you can be a lot, and for like a porn star that can be small because they fuck like 2,000 people.
Yeah, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation. Let me tell you, like my husband had a body count. You know what I mean?
Really?
So everybody's situation is different, and how everybody processes that is different.
Right.
You know,
Well,
we ain't had no 200 though.
Sheesh.
Okay, well, that goes our Come Sit on My Couch tonight. This has been a great show. Marcus, it was great to have you back because you were just open and just out. We've missed that part of you.
I miss you guys.
Valorian, it was great having you on.
It was.
Thank you.
Yes, great addition, Valorian. Awesome. Thank
I
you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
I
And if
appreciate it.
Marcus didn't scare you away, maybe he'll come back.
Yeah, I'll pull up again.
All right.
Yeah, Valerian, no way.
So that's our show tonight. Please like and share. Like we always do on every weekend, we're gonna reshare it. So please share it and watch it and share it and watch it. And all my cast, I need you to stay on, but everybody else, we will see you later.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like and share, and we will see you next week. Take care. We're still live though, so don't say anything incriminating.
So Ashley is the one that's got to
plead
end the
the
live.
fifth.
So at this point, we
I'm
just
here,
got
I'm
to
here, I'm
extend the
here.
live, and he back.
Okay, so
we're still live.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.